Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Traian Stoyanov and we have a new interview with a new guest, His Excellency, Ambassador of the Netherlands in Chișinău.
Domnul Fred Duijn. Your Excellency, thank you for accepting our invitation. And first of all, I would like to ask you, how was the first year of the activity of a new open embassy in Chișinău?
Bună ziua,
highlights.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's true, I came April about a year ago, and I would say that the whole year has been a highlight. Of course, the first steps were big because we opened an embassy. We had a visit of Maya Sandu, the president, to the Netherlands and visit our king. We had a business forum last October. But in the meanwhile, we've expanded our embassy team and advanced many bilateral contacts. My Minister of Foreign Affairs was here recently, and also my Minister of Defense. And the Moldovan embassy in The Hague is also organizing Moldovan Days in June, 28, 29 and 30th of June, with a cultural and economic program. So yeah, many highlights.
We're glad, very glad that you are okay here in Moldova. Moldova, it's a country which is on her way to Europe, and for us it's important to have the chance to ask you about this process, because Netherlands is one of the first, the base of European democracy. How do you rate the Republic of Moldova on its way to European integration? And what are the aspects, the most important aspects to which Moldova must draw attention, especially at this stage?
Yes. Well, first of all, let me say that my sense is that Moldova has always been European. And we have a big and diverse continent, and at this stage in time we're sort of, I think, growing closer together. We're celebrating this year that the European Union expanded by nearly doubling its number of members to about 20 years ago. So we are living in a time of change and opportunities, and I think a big opportunity has risen for Moldova. Of course, it has come at a time where geopolitically there are big tensions. So Russia's aggression in Ukraine, of course, has brought also the political attention to the situation here in Moldova. And so in that sense, it's a bit of a double-sworded edge, because the candidate status that Moldova received, I think, is a big opportunity for the country, for the people of Moldova. And my sense, if you're asking, is that the people of Moldova are really embracing it. I think some people are still also discovering the opportunities, but I see a lot of positive energy.
So I would like to ask you about a special day in our history, European history too. On May 9, the citizens of the Republic of Moldova, they celebrate Victory Day over Nazism, but also and Europe Day. But Russia actually promotes a lot through its propagandists that the 9th is the day when the victory of USSR over Nazism happened, and but we all know that it was a common and concerted effort and the victory of all nations over this scourge. How could we explain to our society that the importance of this day, and how you describe this day for the citizens of Netherlands, for example?
Yes. Remembrance is important. We have a continent that has now many conflicts. And so remembering what has happened in the past is part also, I think, of learning from the past. And of course, the defeat of Nazi Germany was a victory over totalitarianism. And that's an important lesson to take aboard. There were many victims inside this particular conflict, and it's important that each group has room to remember what has happened and to learn. At the same time, it's incredibly important to look forward, to have a positive horizon, to see what opportunities that lay ahead for you as a business person, for you as a student, or for you as a citizen of Moldova, as the country is also having this chance to progress, to become more prosperous, to become more democratic, and to overcome totalitarianism, and to be welcomed in the values of the European Union.
I would like to ask you about your experience. How was your country's experience after becoming a member of the EU? And I ask you because there are many propaganda narratives that we can lose our identity or our traditions.
Well, the Netherlands has been a founding member, so we actually initiated what has now become the European Union, and it has been a process, I would say, of giving sovereignty to gain sovereignty. So the Netherlands has become stronger because of joining the European Union, and it has also had more opportunities economically. The Netherlands, like Moldova, is surrounded by important economies like the United Kingdom, France, and Germany. They are big and important economies. And if you want to succeed in the modern world, you need rules and regulations that are standardized, that are simplified, and that are also modernized. So the European Union is also a democracy. Between 6 and 9 June, citizens of the European Union will go to elections, and they will have a vote in what direction they think it should go. So my sense is that nations and citizens within the European Union gain identity and strength, but also in a time of modernization, not to stand still, but to look forward.
I also would like to ask you about this relationship between Moldova and Netherlands, and what are the priorities exactly of Netherlands for Moldova?
At this stage, we are really keen to making sure that Moldova becomes a strong nation, a strong sovereign in a nation that can make its own independent choices without interference from a line outside influence. So that means we are working on a couple of areas which are related to what we call resilience. Resilience of institutions. For example, the justice institutions are important. Another one is cybersecurity. We also work on energy security or energy efficiency. And we try also to make Moldova grow economically. Like I said, the Moldovan Days in June 28, 29 and 30 will also have an economic forum. So these are all areas where we want to make Moldova's institutions strong and also help the citizens of Moldova to feel strong, to know that they have human rights. So we help also vulnerable communities like the LGBTQI community to stand up for themselves.
Also, Your Excellency, we must agree, and we all know that the tulips from Netherlands, we have them in Republic of Moldova a lot. Can we say that after joining the EU, our, for example, wines or traditional pies or other traditional elements also be known by the citizens of European states, and how it's possible?
I think you're right. It's a huge opportunity today to make Moldovan traditions, its good food and culture and music, but also its products known in the European Union and beyond, I would say. So like I said at the beginning of the interview, I have the sense that we are growing together at this moment in time and getting to know each other better and better. In the field of wines, there is competition. Like I mentioned, the Netherlands is surrounded by also some big wine producing countries. But I have learned that the wines that Moldova produces are really delicious. I knew people talked about the wines in Moldova, and I thought they were trying to be polite, but the truth is they were right. They're really, really outstanding.
Your Excellency, can I say that the wines of Moldova is the thing that surprised you the most when you came first to Moldova?
Oh, there were many happy surprises. I think the food is also very nice, and the city is very pleasant. I live in Chisinau, and I came in April, and of course, like now, it is the beginning of summer. So I noticed how, let's say, the parks come to life with music, with terraces and children playing and festivals. So I'm really looking forward to this summer.
It's important to hear this from a person from Netherlands, because we know that Netherlands has the most beautiful, maybe one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. And if you have a special place here in Chisinau that you prefer to spend your time?
I have grown fond of the parks here, so I really like to sort of relax, but I also like to go to places like Orgei to go hiking. I've gone also bird watching. I think that's really fun to do as well with friends. I've also done some kayaking on the Dniester River, so there are many things I think to enjoy when you're relaxing outside Chisinau as well.
It's very important to ask about our gastronomical part. If you have a favorite dish and what you think about our kitchen, because we know that in the Netherlands you also have a rich and very tasteful kitchen.
I think the exciting thing about modern kitchen is that it's so easy to get recipes from all over the world. So when you go to Amsterdam, you have restaurants from all over the world.
Oh yes.
Here in Chisinau, it's similar. You also have a lot of choice, much more than you would think. But what I like the most is when the cooks try to work with traditional dishes, like the mamalige, for example, baba niagra, all these particular recipes, and make them modern, like with a real high quality kind of presentation, and I like that.
And this is the same thing that we must do with our country, with our society, to develop a modern one. Your Excellency, can we be sure that we will be supported from Holland in our European way till the end, until the final?
I would say that Moldova is in an unprecedented situation. The challenges are unprecedented, but also the support is unprecedented. And the Netherlands and many other European countries and beyond are really helping Moldovan peoples to make these steps. It will take some time because to get strong institutions, you also need strong people. And these things have to come together to make it really work, not just on paper, but also in reality for people to see and feel that the progress is there. But the support is coming and will keep on coming.
Thank you very much. We honestly appreciate this. And thank you one more time for accepting our invitation for this small talk. We wish you, I don't know, a bright and warm time here in Chisinau, and you can always, you must always know that you have our support too. So thank you very much, and I hope we will see you again, maybe sometime. Mulțumesc. Doamnelor și domnilor,
Ladies and gentlemen, we had as our guest the Ambassador of the Netherlands in Chisinau, His Excellency Fred Duijn. We had an interesting discussion, and we were convinced that we will continue to receive the support of the Netherlands in our European pathway. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time.
Data viitoare.